this food that Bhutan wants the world to see?
No, I don't think so.
In front of us, we have some offals, we have blood sausage. Why is it that Bhutan wouldn't start with this when it comes to introducing people to the food here?
Anyone serving it would think that foreigners would sort of be put off by it and sort of see Bhutanese food in a completely different light than what it is.
So what is the food that they want to kind of hide?
We eat deer meat, bear meat. That definitely could not be shown on camera, but it's there. They don't want the outside world to see that Bhutanese people are harvesting bugs and insects when we're known to be a Buddhist country, and then foreigners think that we're vegetarians for some reason because it's all over the internet. I think that's why it's a little bit sensitive.
Meet Chef Blue, a proud ambassador of Bhutanese cuisine. Today she's revealing the type of food Bhutan doesn't want you to see.
This has been boiling for almost half a day and it's still gigantic.
Deep in the darkest, most unfiltered corners of Himalayan cooking.
A weaker man would be knocked out by this.
Starting with dishes exactly like this one.
This is blood sausage.
Yes. So the particular one we have here is pork blood sausages. What goes into the mixture is rice flour, sichuan peppercorns, and then you mix the blood and then fill it up. They blanch it so the blood congeals and it sort of solidifies. After that, you string it up to dry.
Is there any meat?
No.
Really?
It's just seasoning, rice flour, and blood.
It's like a blood mochi.
Yeah, it is like a blood mochi.
Here in Bhutan, this is called JUMA, a sausage that finds beauty in ingredients most would ignore. Before it hits the dining room table, the sausage is sliced thick. Oil hits a roaring pan, the dark slices drop in, frying until the edges crisp. To season, simply add coarse salt, black pepper, and a heavy hit of dried chilies, all tossed until blistered. Plated here at Phangu restaurant, deep in the capital of Thimphu.
Wow, interesting. It's so starchy. It doesn't taste meaty at all. It tastes a little bit like fried sticky rice. Aside from it looking kind of dark and bloodish, there's no essence of blood. My impression is that Bhutan wants people to see the amidatsis and chilies and the dairy products, but not so much stuff like this.
I think a lot of people that come in from outside don't realize how much meat we actually consume. Because we're huge meat eaters. Because of our geographic disposition way back then, we didn't have any vegetables, and we relied heavily on animals and animal products.
Bhutan sits 7,000 feet above sea level, with land consisting of 97% unfarmable rock. Almost nothing grows here, and if it does, it must survive months of sub-zero winter. So survival changes what counts as valuable, well beyond the meat, into the offals.
Tripe can be cooked in multiple different ways. This particular one is called Goep Paa. So paa refers to the size of the meat, big, chunky.
And the tripe, that's cow stomach.
Cow stomach. So this here is a family recipe, my mom's recipe actually.
First, the uncupped tripe drops into a pressure cooker, hit with a pinch of salt, and locked down for 20 minutes. The boiled stomach is pulled free and hacked into massive heavy chunks. In a hot pan, a splash of oil. Garlic and shallots hit the steel. Then fresh tomatoes, sweated down into a sizzling base. Now, the tripe. The dish isn't complete without one essential element: heat. Salt, pepper, a sharp pinch of Sichuan peppercorn, a quick splash of water, and a heavy handful of dried red chilies. Tossed through the heat and finished with spring onions.
I think this is gonna be a level up from our blood sausage. If I don't like it, what do I do? Can we make a code word?
Yeah, you can just spit it out on the plate.
Just spit it on the plate. Okay, that'll be the code. Only you and I will know.
Can you taste the gaminess?
Oh yeah, I taste it. What's our code word again? It's a food that gaminess is not a bug, it's the feature. My guess would be that when local people are eating it, they appreciate the gaminess.
Yes, correct.
What immediately hits me is the taste of bile. It's very bitter. It has a deep bitterness. That said, it's very oily from the preparation. There's a lot of chilies on there. It's hot as I'm eating it, which is nice. What kind of feedback have you been getting from this, from the, European types?
No one's really said anything about the flavor. It's more so the texture. Like, they don't enjoy the chewiness, but Bhutanese people enjoy doing that.
Himalayan resourcefulness isn't just about eating some organs. It means honoring the whole animal, even the parts that aren't pretty. Meet our next daring course on the bank of Thimphu River, the waterway that cuts right through the capital of this country.
Right here, something in this pot that's been boiling for over 10 hours. Blue is the guide for our food adventure we're having today. And before we came to this country, her friend said this food is not a good representation of Bhutanese food. So I was intrigued. Let's find out what it is. I have my cardboard oven mitts right here. Let's take a look. Something's looking back at me. This thing is a monster. This pig must have weighed 400 pounds. Its head has been boiling, braising away for hours, almost half a day, and it didn't reduce in size at all. Even from your point of view, you can see the snout sticking out of this pot. This thing is massive. Oh God, I could pick this pig's nose right now. Oh, why is this tempting? If the pig was alive, it probably would have liked that. Now, actually, the smells coming off this pot, it smells delicious. It smells like cinnamon. It smells like a Christmas dinner.
This mighty melon isn't just resourcefulness, it's an occasion. It's called Phangu, a towering plate reserved for a yearly spiritual home blessing. But before it gets to this point, the pig's head is singed, scraped, and washed clean. Bamboo spikes puncture the cheeks and snout, opening deep channels for the marinade. Now a heavy rub. Onions and fresh tomatoes, a splash of lime juice, chili flakes, minced garlic and ginger to cut through the wild musk of the boar, bay leaves and black pepper, a heavy blend of cinnamon, cloves and cardamom, dark soy sauce for color, and a heavy dose of coarse salt. The entire head drops into a massive pot where it's left to braise for 10 solid hours. But while this monster breaks down in the broth, right here on these rocky banks lies another secret.
The woman behind me is foraging for our next dish. Now, this next food we're gonna be eating, it's not only something Bhutan doesn't want outsiders to see, it's something they don't even want their own people to eat. I'm talking about the stink bug. Right now, this woman is flipping rocks over and hoping to find some stink bugs scurrying away that she can grab and throw into her basket. What makes this food stand out so much is not only that it's an insect, but that it's illegal. It's illegal for people to catch and illegal for people here to eat. And soon that's gonna become part of a forbidden dish, a dish that few locals have tried before.
But first, I need a moment to marvel at this massive meat monument before me. In Bhutan, the best finds aren't in any guidebook. You stumble onto them. Whatnot is built around the same idea.
Real quick guys, this video is sponsored by Whatnot, and before you skip, hear me out. Whatnot is the #1 live stream selling app out there. You can buy, sell, or auction basically anything on it. Now I know what you're thinking, Sonny, you're a food guy. What are you doing on a shopping app? And look, I had the same question. Then I found out there's an entire food category. Snacks, candy, meat, seafood, exotic ingredients. And then I kept going. Pokemon cards, sports cards, electronics, Legos, shoes, coins. At some point, I stopped being surprised and just started adding things to my cart. All right, let's see. A 16 pack of cookies, we're buying that. $100 of exotic snacks, added. And then I found a live candy auction and won this big box for almost nothing. I don't fully understand how that's possible, but I'm not gonna question it. Whatnot has real sellers, real products, and really good prices. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get $15 off your first purchase anywhere on the app. And that's on top of discounted prices. $15 is huge. All of this, along with the iPad mini and Airpods, is going into the giveaway. Sign up using my link, spend some or all of the $15 credit when you join, and that's one entry. Drop your Whatnot username in the comment, also one entry. Do both, you get 2 shots at it. The winner will be chosen in 30 days. I don't often have the chance to smell a pig's breath, but it smells fantastic. Well, I think they've done a brilliant job, because looking at it, the average person might be put off by it, but to me, if I'm just looking at it like food, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too.
From here, I'm not really sure where to start.
You're gonna get a lot of different textures from like the different parts. So let's start with the ears though, because this is my favorite.
Oh my God, the knife just goes right through it. We're gonna dip it in the pig juices. Cheers. That's really nice. The outside skin part has become softer, a little bit more gelatinous, but the cartilage on the inside is still crunchy, but they're sandwiched together. And so the layers, when you eat it like one little pig ear chip, it's quite delicious.
Should we start with the cheek?
Yeah, cheek.
I wanted you to try the inner part where there's not too much sauce and it's just all the meaty goodness inside.
That's like a perfect little meat medallion from the jowls.
The porkiness really comes through.
It's the Wagyu of pork. Actually, it's a rather lean piece,
It is.
but it's so soft, so evenly cooked. It's delicious.
Fun fact, you know what pigs in Bhutan are fed?
What's that?
Marijuana.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That could have been our thumbnail and title. Demonetized.
Should we move on to the next piece?
Yeah.
You pick the nose or the tongue.
How do I get the tongue out of there?
I think we're gonna have to cut him open from each side.
Like the Joker?
Is that gonna be too graphic though?
I'm gonna hold its mouth open and you're gonna cut the tongue out. Come on, piggy.
I'm gonna push it your way.
All right,
Did you get it?
boom.
There we go.
So this here is the tongue. The texture, interesting. It's been cooked nice and evenly. It feels soft, certainly not overcooked.
Well, I hope they brush the tongue on this one.
Me too. Cheers. That's crazy. It's so dense. It has the texture of an abalone. Meanwhile, it tastes like a pork sausage. Oh, and it's smoky.
You can taste the smokiness in this.
I'm pleasantly surprised. Ooh, there's only one tongue.
Yep,
This right here is a true delicacy.
I agree.
But then we have this right here. How horrified will the people of Bhutan be to know you're introducing me to this food?
Pretty horrified, I think, especially with the bugs.
Why?
Because it's more of a village delicacy, and even in the villages, not everyone consumes it. And I think a lot of people in Bhutan haven't even heard of this particular dish that we're going to be trying.
Locally, they're known as Hayhem, named for a chemical defense that releases a foul odor when threatened. The stench is enough to make any predator flee with regret. First, the live bugs are quickly washed, stripping away dirt and dialing back the stench, or so we hope. For the stir fry, a heavy block of butter hits hot clay. Chilies, shallots, ginger, and tomatoes. The whole bugs drop into the grease, seasoned with salt. The fire transforms the armored insects into a buttery crunch.
We should talk about why people are eating it. Because for some it's nutrition, but you said for some it's also medicine.
It's supposed to cure any stomach ailments.
I believe it is the poison and the antidote at the same time.
I guess we'll find out.
Let's start on easy mode here with the stir fry.
I am having a bug, a single bug. Okay, it doesn't taste too bad.
Ooh, there's like waves.
Of flavors.
Every 5 seconds it's a new experience. What's going on? At first it was like a buttery, rich, savory bomb in my mouth. Then there was some kind of bitterness that came from the inside of the bug, but then it all mixed together and then that was kind of good. And then it was kind of bad.
Yeah.
And then it got spicy, surprisingly spicy. My mouth was started to radiate heat and then I swallowed it and it was over.
It didn't taste too bad though.
This was supposed to be our warm-up right here because this is the real deal. This is the still raw smashed version of the stink bug.
Basically mushed up sashimi.
To preserve their full medicinal properties, the bugs must be processed raw. Straight into the mortar, stink bugs attempting a last-minute escape. Then chilies, ginger, shallots, and fresh coriander, pounded into a thick, pungent paste. When handling a concentrated dose of raw biological defenses, careless preparation could trigger violent vomiting, even kidney failure, turning a local mountain remedy into radioactive pesto. But this isn't the only risk. Under Bhutan's Forest and Nature Conservation Act, collecting wild creatures without permission is illegal. But the bugs are already here, so we might as well try them.
Having them raw should release the stinkiness. That actually, when you fry them, it makes them more mild. Whew. Ready?
Cheers.
This is the final boss of stink bugs here in Bhutan. Let's go for it. It's very potent.
It is.
Whew.
It's gonna linger in your mouth for a bit.
I can't wait. And my wife can't wait for that either. There's something unmistakably different from anything I've had before. This weird, aromatic, semi-putrid smell of the stink bug coming through. It's so thick and strong.
With this, every bite you take, it's like whoosh, like burst of stink bug in your mouth.
It's a little bit like when you sniff fume.
Yeah, you're right.
That experience is the same as filling your gas tank and getting kind of a nose full of fuel in your mouth and nose. So the question remains, are these foods that people of Bhutan are proud of?
I wouldn't say we're proud of it.
What about the food we're trying at our next location? It's milk that's been poured essentially into a bag made of hide.
Oh, that
Their
we
skin.
are very proud of.
Really?
Correct.
The food we're going to be trying next, it's something that to me is very bizarre.
Bhutanese people really love stinky food.
Part of true survival in harsh conditions is knowing how to make food last longer. In a land this unforgiving, making food last isn't a skill, it's survival. And our next food pushes this pursuit to its absolute limit. An aged food so intense, so violent, the smell alone will make your eyes water. We're at a local dairy shop where Punso Wangdi is guarding one of Bhutan's strongest mountain flavors.
Your cheese basement smells pungent. Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Breathe it in. Woo! There's a lot going on there. Fungus, mold. The smell, it's obviously coming from these big bags of rotting cheese, I would guess?
Yep.
Okay, good. I didn't know if that was me. This, okay, it's heavy. This is really, really hard. But what's more interesting than that is people may not realize by just looking at this, but this is a hide bag.
Specifically yak hide.
The yak hide.
This is zete, yak cheese fermented in yak skin. Here's how it got here. First, fresh yak milk is warmed. Water goes in, helping the milk separate from the buttermilk. Then the excess liquid is pulled away, removing the whey from the hot milk. What's left behind is the heavy dairy core.
The dachi itself, it comes in multiple different stages of fermentation, and each stage has different flavors. So I think you could count this as the most rotten fermented version cheese in Bhutan.
Now comes the part that separates Bhutan from every other cheesemaker on earth, yak hide. The buttermilk is packed inside the skin. This old technique was practiced by nomadic communities as a way to preserve and carry food through long journeys without modern refrigeration or Tupperware. When the hide is packed full, pull the mouth closed. Stitch by stitch, the cheese disappears into this leather-bound aging chamber.
So it's almost like a traditional way of vacuum sealing the bag, because after they've put it inside the bag, they put it near the fire where there's smoke, so it contracts. So it sort of like seals itself around the cheese, and then all the stitches as well, they tighten up so air can't get in.
Ziploc.
Yeah, Ziploc.
Bhutan style.
Bhutan style.
From there, time does the rest. The bag ages for a year, and the funk turns into the eye-watering blue cheese of the Himalayas.
Right now, it's like a rock. It's like a hard leather. How long has this one been aging?
11 months.
I think I'm ready for my fate. Wow. Oh my Lord. It's so intense. It's like someone's power went out and the refrigerator died. Then after 6 years of all the food rotting inside, someone opened the door and they got hit with a blast of that. That is the nucleus. Oh my God, look at the layers of this thing. This looks like I've unearthed an alien egg from deep within the core of the moon. It's not any type of uniform texture. There's like black spots and light spots, wet parts and dry parts, and right here, a weaker man would be knocked out by this, but not me. It's so ammonia-y. What is the next step?
Try like a dry piece.
Cheers. It smells more ammonia-y than it tastes. Its bark is worse than biting it. The smell, the visual, everything is very brutal. And you put it in your mouth and you're like, it's just kind of sticky. Some intense flavors, but not more intense than other European cheeses I've had. Fascinating.
Satay is not meant to be eaten alone. It's a flavor booster, built to complement dishes like puadatsi, Bhutan's potato-based comfort food. Think Himalayan-style cheese and potatoes. First, potatoes boil with butter. Then the base goes in. Shallots, tomatoes, dried chilies, salt, and spring onions. 10 minutes in the heat until everything gets soft enough for the final ingredient, satay.
That cheese has undergone quite a transformation. In fact, it's not even visible.
So you would call this sautee ke wadasi.
And it just means cheese in a yak hide bag potatoes.
I guess it sort of translates to that.
We have these little cups. Explain the cup to me.
This is made of cornmeal that's turned into like a dough. It holds your butter in there and you break off little pieces, you dip it in the butter, and then just grab a potato.
I'm so happy right now. The corn cup is very doughy. Then we've got the potatoes that are kind of turning into mashed potatoes in my mouth because they're so soft. But I think I need just a taste of that broth or that juice alone. It's almost hard to taste anything over the noise of the chilies. But underneath there is some of that umami flavor. But then you have like the richness of the butter that's both in your cup and also in the dish itself. Is very good. I love discovering foods that on the surface they seem bizarre, unusual, but when you dig deeper and you learn more, they reveal themselves to you. It reminds me of something like fish sauce. On the surface it's like smelly and it's intense, but it has so much depth of flavor that chefs all over the USA are using fish sauce when they're marinating meats or chicken or pork, and that's the impression I get from this incredible flavor adding agent that you could mix into anything.
Some of Bhutan's most extreme foods were born out of desperation. Cheap, raw, and built for survival. But others have become so coveted, so rare, that they now sell for thousands of dollars. I'm talking about this worm. Or is it a fungus? Meet Chiki Dorji. This is his shop. And here he deals in one of Bhutan's greatest treasures, Cordyceps fungus.
Right here, though it may not be apparent to people watching, this is a lot of cordyceps. What I'm holding in my hand right now, how much would this cost in USD?
This will be about 8,000 USD.
8,000 US dollars.
That's in Bhutan.
That's like 3 times more than my first car. And outside of Bhutan, it's gonna cost even more?
Yes, it will cost you 2 or 3 times more expensive.
Let me just put this down carefully and not spill any liquid on it or breathe on it too hard. There we go. Then on the table, everything here all together, how much you think?
This grade is about Super A, so this costs about roughly $60,000.
That's so wild. Why is it so expensive?
The cordyceps, it grows at 4,000 meters above sea level.
Cordyceps start as a caterpillar, buried in the cold Himalayan ground at high elevations. Then the fungus attacks, takes over its body, and pushes a thin stalk upward through the worm's head.
The best part of Bhutan cordyceps are it's big and has red eyes, which is not found anywhere in the world. That's why it's expensive.
By the time humans find it, the creature has become a mummified fungal version of itself.
Not anyone from Bhutan is allowed to collect this. They have to get a special permit from the government.
When the collection of this takes place and you're all the way up in the mountains, it's super steep, you're on all fours.
And one of the worst part is the air is very thin, so it's very difficult to breathe. And people die. That's why it's expensive.
I have to ask you, the man with all the cordyceps, how many of these do you eat a day?
Actually, I don't eat much.
Oh my God.
I only drink with whiskey. I put in whiskey and I drink.
You can eat it, you can drink it. Can you sniff it?
Yeah, you can sniff it. Actually, I know some elderly people. They come to the store at around 7 a.m. just to smell it. And they say it gives them energy.
Because that's free?
Yes.
To be honest, you should charge at least $1 per sniff. Like this right here? $1.
Usually cordyceps are taken as medicine, chewed dry, ground into powder, sometimes even infused in wine. But if you're in the right place at the right time, you may find a chef willing to whip up a pricey and palatable cordyceps dish like this. First, yak meat and green beans hit a hot pan, flooded with water, a pinch of salt, tomatoes, shallots, and a splash of oil. Then comes the boil. 5 hard minutes, forcing the rugged yak muscle to soften. Next, the aromatics. A strike of minced garlic and ginger, a heavy block of butter, and more salt. Tossed through the heat. Then finally, the difference between this dish costing a few bucks and a few $100. The cordyceps.
I don't know that I've ever been in front of a table with this much value in the form of consumable goods before. We have kind of the raw cordyceps, we have a cordyceps alcohol, and then we have a dish actually made with the cordyceps. I think where we should start is trying this. When it comes to the ratio of weight, it's gonna be one of the most expensive bites I've ever had. A little earthy, slightly smoky. Otherwise,
Mushroomy.
it tastes like mushroom.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's a fungus. Mushrooms also a fungus.
Yep.
In a moment, we're going to talk about the health benefits, but first, something that's going to ruin our health. Cordyceps, alcohol. Ideally, the alcohol soaked up all that goodness from the cordyceps.
Yes.
Filtered exactly once.
Correct.
I don't know that I can actually taste the cordyceps over the harshness of the rice wine.
I think what we gotta do is...
Oh, you want to eat one? It's
Yeah.
like eating the worm at the bottom of a bottle of tequila. Cheers. More wet this time. I preferred the dry one.
Yeah, same.
I'm not sure that I feel myself getting healthier, but what are the supposed health claims that has people willing to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for this?
It brings up your immunity. I think that's number one. Number two, especially for athletes, energy levels are supposed to increase substantially. And the other thing is, it's a natural aphrodisiac, the equivalent of a natural Viagra.
I did my own research. It said that when it comes to cordyceps and libido, animal studies show increases, but for humans, the evidence is weak. This means there are scientists out there feeding animals cordyceps and then seeing what happens. This has to be an American study. Only the US or China would waste money on something like this. So right here we have a bit of a cordyceps stir fry.
We don't see this every day, and I think our host has done something special for us so we can try the cordyceps in a more savory form, I guess.
There's a threatening amount of chilies in here. It looks scary, not that bad. I'm hoping it's gonna add some mushroomy fragrance to it.
A little bit.
And a little bit it does. I gotta say, I like it. But as an ingredient, a bit expensive.
A bit.
Clearly I can see why this is something that wouldn't traditionally be used in the cooking, but it's still fascinating to try regardless. What I like about our food adventure today is we tried a lot of food that wouldn't necessarily make it onto a postcard about Bhutan. For you, what do you think all these items say about Bhutan?
I think it really shows how diverse we are in our culinary culture, because a lot of the times everyone misrepresents the way it should be portrayed. Bhutanese food has such a bad reputation online and with foreigners, and it's not as bad as people say they are. It's just that they never get authentic Bhutanese food.
I find Bhutanese food to be very distinct and different from all the countries around it. This is a country with a culinary identity all its own, and one that's definitely worth discovering
Yes.
and learning more about.
Yes.